So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle.
Now there is a quality striker, Peter, in the shape of Bebeto. Like so many Brazilian strikers of his time, not physically imposing, but fast, agile, intelligent.
And of course, behind it all, a dogged, a determined personality, a genuine footballing perfectionist.
And a player you always wanted to stay in the box. His darting movement, he had a great habit of being able to lose a marker. Superb player.
En-Nesyri is on... En-Nesyri! Goal! Fenerbahçe! Fenerbahçe take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, well measured. And it's made its way to him.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And it's Semedo. And he's in on goal. Oh, right place, right time. Oh, this looks sharp. Serginho did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Fenerbahçe clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now who's going to be first to this? Serginho goes on a charge down the left, and he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. This looks promising. It's just beyond his reach. Now that looks a decent ball. Out towards the flank. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Picked out brilliantly. And now they can spring out of defence. Fenerbahçe looking to pass their way through. Good read, needed to be. Osterwolder. He's on it. Can he get a shot at goal? He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Aimed beyond the defence, and he was quick to react. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's gone for goal. Just off target.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Oh, he's been caught napping. He's well positioned here. It's been shipped out wide. Talisca in acres of space out wide.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Not much doubt about who's going to take this one. So, a genuine chance to increase the lead. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Asensio is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Tries from a long way out. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And they can counter here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Asensio. Goretzka kept his eye on it, and he's there.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Bebeto looking to run onto it. Guendouzi. Oh no, this does not look... It's Drogba! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Up he goes! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
So just the one early goal to... Oh, what a mistake! He's found a way through. Plenty to aim. Shot, surely! Sticks it away! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Tries to play it through. He's in plenty of space here. Bebeto. Decent progress down the left. He's got away. Bebeto. Bebeto delivers. And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Saranno trasmessi gli orari degli autobus navetta.
Second period then underway.
Fenerbahçe clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Cross flung in towards the middle. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Talisca tries from distance. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. That's a smartly directed ball. Fenerbahçe can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Asensio. Serginho did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Talisca! Decent enough try.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And no surprise, that's a booking. He's a sharp little ball here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. What a throw in. Ednesiri. Talisca. Talisca. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! Last-ditch defense, and he's had a hit! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Driving on and making good progress. Mbele providing an outlet on that flank. Oosterwolde tries to pass it through. That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, he's got a chance! Cleared without hesitation. And it's Semedo. Gets a good foot in there. Bebeto does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Not the most accurate pass. They're back in possession and ready to go again. He is through. It's Drogba!
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
He's picked his way through. He rises! Goal! Fenerbahçe! And they've got their lead back. What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And yes, it's him again. Fenerbahçe get themselves into the lead. Goretzka going full steam ahead down the left flank. And he's intervened well there.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And there's green grass ahead of him.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Goretzka! So close to drawing level.
Goretzka really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero
Corner
27.
number 2 then.
Numero 7. Numero 10. Numero 20. Neymar.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Il numero 31.
Well
Il
played,
numero
that
15.
has snuffed out the
Il
danger.
numero 18. Messi. Attenzione, un cambio.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Dybala. Great vision. That has ended up in no man's land.
Fenerbahçe can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
He's found a way through. Soyuncu deals with that comfortably. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? No foul, says the referee. Now it's Saint-Maximin. He's gone for goal! Well, now it's a race for the... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Delivered. There's the header! I've fallen kindly here! It's there! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And that's it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. This is where they want to be, one small step away from greatness.
Hello,
Win
everybody,
today,
and welcome
and
to
they will be
today's
up
match.
there amongst the elite.
Against Fenerbahçe.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. Fenerbahçe cannot afford to slip up here. Terrific support, and they're going to need it all. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. Asensio receives it in a wide position. Oh, smashing! Oh, it's hit the post! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
A little bias on my part, but Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the greatest fullbacks around, certainly when it comes to attacking creativity. So naturally, you'll be bound to see him in the final third, where he can get the very best out of his strengths.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Passing nice and neat. Yamal. Shot a goal! Sensational from Kane! He's got himself an absolute peach. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was...
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.